Fuck off!
I'm the only one here with the technology to decode the files!
And we're the only ones here with the files to be decoded!
And I'm... I don't know!
Bro, why this guy? Oh, wait, sorry.
Bro, why this guy sound like a girl?
Yeah, my voice can go low. My voice sounds like this because I am gender fluid. Biologically a boy, but socially present myself as gender fluid because I was born this way. Hope this answers your question.
I wish I looked like a boy-girl instead of a girl-boy, you know? Because I look like a girl-boy, but I want to look like a boy-girl.
Olaf, did Elsa build you?
Yeah, why?
Do you know where she is?
Yeah, why?
Do you think you could show us the way?
Yeah, why?
How does this work?
Ow! Stop it, Sven. Try and focus here. Yeah, why?
No mentally ill queer person has all five: a college or university education, their natural hair color, at least one parent that isn't abusive, the ability to differentiate between platonic, romantic, and sexual attraction, and a full-time job.
I've had it. There's a joke circulating on TikTok saying that you should always respect they, them pronouns because you never know if someone's actually 3 knife-wielding raccoons in a trench coat. I just want to say, please stop blowing her cover. It is hard with all the tiny hands inside of this flesh suit.
Do people ever misinterpret my gender in public? Biologically, I am a boy, but I do get called ma'am and miss a lot. I always think that's cute and funny. Other times people do call me sir or mister, which are 2 titles that I actually don't go by. In both situations, I just introduce myself so the person knows my first name, Desi. And then if they get to know me, I explain to them that I'm gender fluid after. So yeah, misinterpretations happen, but it's pretty easy to fix and you can make a friend from it.
Me loving women in a feminist way, loving women in a gay way. Romance in movies, but gay. Karen, it's just a phase, dear. Me. Being straight was my phase. Facts. When you're trying to keep eye contact, but her cleavage game is strong.
If I had $1 for every gender there was, I'd have $2 and a bunch of counterfeit money.
Actually, since gender is a human-made construct, you'd have nothing but counterfeit money. Well, considering that money is also a human-made construct, you actually would have $2 and then a bunch of foreign currency since it's Western society trying to get rid of all culture to push their patriarchal values. Sorry, forgot I'm not supposed to speak at these family functions anymore.
Fluid of the day. The gender fluid. One of the strongest fluids around, this fluid identifies with almost all genders in the spectrum and fluctuates between all of them within the same hour. And on some occasions identifies with none of them. Why? Because they fucking can. The gender fluid is one of the most powerful beings in existence, only second to their mortal enemy, legislation. To fight off legislation, the gender fluid fluctuates from each of their genders, distracting legislators with political correctness, all to take the heat off from their ultimate goal: ending racism. This is so fucking stupid.
Hey lady, so what are we gonna do with your hair today?
Oh, I'm actually non-binary, so I don't identify as a lady.
Sorry babe, I respect that. What should I call you?
My name, or something gender neutral. Maybe friend?
I knew this girl in college and she was attracted to people's souls. Like it didn't even matter what their gender was.
That's beautiful, but actually being non-binary is a gender identity, not a sexual orientation, so it doesn't refer to who you're attracted to.
But I thought you were gay.
Yeah, I am.
Finish the sentence. I'd rather be called a slur than...
Trying to hear white people pronounce my name. You think it's easy, but I've heard Taj, Taju, Tajihi. It's Taj. It's 1 syllable. Hearing anybody say girls, gays, and theys. Being introduced or called anybody's gay best friend. Oh, here's a good one. Being told, you look so masculine. Comments about my hair. This doesn't necessarily mean compliments. I mean the, it's so fluffy, it's so exotic type shit. Shut the fuck up. And finally, hearing any straight or cis man say, "I'll go gay for you." No.
An example to explain non-binary or gender fluid, that's what I identify most as. I'm going to use race, so insert your race here. I'm a black person, so it's like you're walking down the street, and you see a group of black people, and you don't literally think like, oh, black people just like me, but there's this unspoken like tether of kinship attached to that. So okay, now you're walking down the street, and you see a group of white people, and I don't literally think like, let me change the race. So I see a group of Mexican people, and I don't literally think like, or anything, but there's this disconnect. There's no kinship involved. And so, okay, now let's use gender. You're walking down the street, see a group of men, right? There's no kinship. There's no attachment that I feel. Walking down the street, and I see women. And again, there's just no connection. I don't feel like any gender. I feel like a skeleton in a skin mechasuit who's just trying to play the game. Not to say I don't feel feminine or masculine, but like at the end of the day, what I truly identify most as is like...
Hey, I'm Luca and I'm gender fluid, and you might already know that, but if you don't, give me a follow. I have just realised something. As you know, I'm gender fluid, I literally just told you. But sometimes I think I fluctuate to agender and I've never clocked it before. Now let me explain a little bit about agender to you, okay? Agender is when someone doesn't really have a relationship with any gender, they don't feel like any gender, they're just kind of a being. A person, if you will. And I've experienced that sometimes, but I just didn't think it was anything. So, for example, I remember going to school one day, or college, actually, and my friend was like, what are your pronouns today? Because I know I'm gender fluid. And I went, oh, that's a good point. I don't know. I have no idea. Because that day I just wasn't feeling particularly anything. I didn't really relate to any of the genders. I was just like, I'm just existing over here. I don't know. And I read more about asexuality. No, agender. No, it's not sexuality. I'm such a dumbo. Anyway, I think I might be agender sometimes.
There are only two genders. Well, I see how you could think that, but more advanced and more recent science tells us that gender is a spectrum and that there are more genders outside of the male-female binary. No. Any research that says that is liberal propaganda. Oh, well, could you offer me some equally reputable academic sources that contradict my claim? Nope. All scientists are tools of the leftist propaganda machine. Wait, I'm confused. If you can't offer me any evidence to support your claim, why would I believe when I have all this evidence that supports mine? Because what? Yeah. What? Hi, I'm Chen for short, TikTok superstar and author of that hilarious sketch. And I just wanted to remind you that claiming that your opponent's evidence is invalid while failing to offer substantial evidence of your own is not a good arguing technique. And if you have to do it, you're probably wrong about whatever you're talking about and have definitely already lost the debate. Have a good night. And remember, scientists aren't left-leaning. They're just correct. Trans rights.
Here's some micro-affirmations about my gender that I've experienced in the last couple of weeks. I was filling out an online profile with my stepdad, and he had the computer, and when the question came to gender, the only options were female, male, and undisclosed, and he clicked undisclosed and then looked at me with a smile. My coworkers and I went out to dinner, and I said that I needed to use the bathroom, and one of my favorite coworkers goes, "Hey, which one are we feeling today?" Oh my god. At work, we have to sign up for closing jobs, and there's like a specific number of slots like for each job, and the only one that was left open because I got there late was girls' bathroom, which I can't technically clean. And I was freaking out because I didn't want to make a big deal out of it and like make somebody trade spots with me, and I said something like, I can't clean girls' bathroom though, and my coworker, who's a cis man, looked at me and was like, why can't you clean girls' bathroom? And I was simply like, because I'm not a girl, and I was all scared, and he goes, okay, valid. Also, my sister asked me if bitch was a gender-neutral term so she could say, goodbye, bitch.
Is Riley from Inside Out gender fluid? I never really...
Merch available at tiktokbunny.live/merch. Shop now.